Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are following the Lauter into Ktown. We're going upstream from Otterbach. We're going to go see where it goes underground, see some of the original stream area, and then I think we're going to end up on the southeast side of Ktown, down by the spring. Again, if you know anyone who can give a tour of the spring area, because I was reading that there's this area down there, the main spring, that would erupt with 40 gallons a second. So I can't imagine a geyser-style spring around these parts, but can't remember the website, but there's some word of mouth out there that said the spring for the Lauter basically shot out like a geyser. So we're going to see where we end up in the Ktown, see what kind of history we can find, and off we go. So up here by Otterbach, they have basically the Lauter, and it's open, and you can basically walk around it. There's a trail, obviously. And the big thing here is, I think this has been somewhat reconstructed. Obviously, there's a dam and all that. But I believe this is basically where the Lauter went. It goes all the way to Lauter Ecken, or the Lauter Point. And you can bike all the way from Ktown up to there. It's pretty nice. So we're out here at the sewer plant, and you can probably hear it, but the Lauter is actually open. It's flowing. Small little waterfall. Goes under the bridge, and then it actually parallels the sewer plant for a little bit, and then it goes into a retaining pond down there. And you can see that all on Google Maps. But for the most part, Lauter is tamed, and it's actually in a bit of a concrete path, but arguably still the normal area where it should be. So yeah, we're on to the next stop, which I think is just going to be a few hundred meters up the road. So here we go. Okay, next stop is the pump station. We're in the small park that's just next to the sewer plant, and as you can see, obviously a pump station. There's several of these springs on the city website they talk about. Very nice. They talk about how there's several also springs that they've plumbed and turned into water producing springs. So this is one of them, I assume. Again, if you know someone, I'd love to get in there. But the Lauter is just right there, and it's flowing open. So nice park too. Onward. So yeah, we're on that bike path that heads into Ktown all the way up to Lauter Ecken. Pretty nice. All very bikeable. Okay, we finally made it up the trail to where the Lauter goes underground, and as you can see behind me, you can see all the waterworks stuff, all the infrastructure, and yeah, there's several pipes. There's a big main area over there, and then yeah, it's heading into the sewers. Now I know it's probably not literally the sewer system in that it has its own underground channel, but it's all the sewer, same to me. It's underground, but I would love to know where it's been channelized underground. I bet you that's an interesting walk, to say the least. But yeah, more of the bike path heads right up. We're gonna follow it. Here we go, let's see what's next. Alright, next up, we're actually over at Lauterstraße, Lauter Street, and if you look here behind me, Gartenschau is back there, and there's some Lauter exposed. It may be kind of reconstructed as part of, building up that area. Even in the old maps, it followed these cliffs, and there were ponds all along these cliffs, and it looks like the Gartenschau is, making a good effort to show that. But it definitely is underneath us in the ground, because it's exposed, and then it's not where I am, so obviously it's gone somewhere. And coincidentally, Lauterstraße, I'm sure, basically the canal, the underground sewer for it, is probably right along Lauterstraße. But very nice area. Go to the Gartenschau. It's really nice. On to the next stop. Okay, next stop is downtown Ktown, and we are next to the Casimir Castle and the Rat House. The Casimir Castle is right behind us. And all those old maps I talked about, I saw on the Underground tour, and at some point along this road is where the Lauter went, and the castle was on the front of a pond. So arguably all this area behind me was a pond. So I find that to be really interesting, considering it's now all a concrete jungle. But yeah, I guess it went down that way towards the Gartenschau, follows Lauterstraße, and then went up to Otterbach. But nice area. You should do the Underground Ktown tour. Email the tourist agency and they can hook you up. it was a really cool tour. So on to the next stop. All right, next stop is JFK Plaza, and again, Google Maps, even some of the old maps have it running right through this area. Obviously, it's below the ground. But one thing to take note is the street's Fischerstraße, Fisherman Street. So it makes sense that this is where the Lauter used to flow. Again, I can't imagine just this creek flowing through town. There were some old maps on the Underground Ktown tour that actually showed small little pedestrian bridges going over the creek here through town. So very different world just 150 years ago. Onward to the next stop. Okay, next stop is the People's Park, or the Volkspark, and again, lots of remnants of stuff. Again, don't know if it was built or if it was, built around. But we have some open flowing water, which it's narrow, it's small. It makes sense, we're near the source of the Lauter. But we also, the fakeness of it all, have a pipe right there. I assume it's, to regulate the level since the creek flows irregularly. But again, very beautiful. The People's Park looks wonderful today. Quiet on a Sunday. People playing. And lots of water flowing. So on to the next stop. All right, we went down the Volkspark, the People's Park, a little bit farther, and we found the spring that was supplying all that water. But again, it looks semi-built, and it's obviously coming out of a rock. So doesn't mean that it's not real Lauter water, but it's definitely built up by humans, and this is what it looks like. Okay, we are very near the source now, and like any river or creek, it's very tiny, and it's maybe a meter wide here at this point. It goes underneath this little farm road, but as you can see, the rest is just open field, and it's just meandering. I think these are a couple spring houses. You can see off in the distance kind of mounds with some pipes coming out of it, and yeah, they're just soaking up the spring, soaking up the groundwater. Where the Lauter, very near where the Lauter starts. It's just 500 meters that way. I think we're going to go all the way there and find the last Ritter stone of that area. But Otterbach to the start. All right, that's the end of the road. We made it to the water protection area where the springs and the mysterious 3 ponds are. Obviously, it's fenced off and protected, of course. It's the city's drinking water, but again, if you know someone, I want to see these 3 ponds. If you know a city worker, I want to see this mysterious 3 ponds. I want to see the spring, the Lauter Spring, if there is such a starting point. Apparently it erupted 40 gallons a second, which, amazing. Regardless, I guess I have to go up to Lauter Ecken now. I've biked about half the length. Now I gotta head north, so stay tuned. And you should go exploring Ktown too. See you next time.